Channel Islands National Park. This is unit number 17 on our journey to visit the mall. To start this journey, we stayed at Emmawood Beach State Park in Ventura, and then we caught a boat at 9 a.m. in the morning from Ventura Harbor onto the Santa Cruz Island. So we are spending here 2 days camping on Santa Cruz Island. Channel Islands National Park consists of 5 islands off of California coast near LA. Santa Cruz Island is the biggest island of the 5 islands.
The islands are accessible only by boat or plane, either operated by the park or privately run. We chose to take the 1-hour-long Island Packers ferry ride from Ventura Harbor to Santa Cruz Island. If you want to stay overnight, you must have a camping reservation.
Channel Islands is sometimes called as the Galapagos of North America. This is because they have 150 endemic species that are not found anywhere else. So for example, small island foxes. They are a much smaller version of the foxes on the mainland. The island foxes are smaller because of island dwarfism, which is a phenomenon also found on other islands. So once we arrived, we took the kayaking tour that we had booked ahead of time. We did a 3-hour tour and we saw some awesome sea caves.
The great thing about being at the back is I can stop paddling and you don't know. The elephant! That's it.
The elephant?
Yeah, the furthest part is the trunk coming down.
Oh yeah,
and then the eye.
Yeah.
So get nice and close to me and grab some kelp. Kelp's going to be a really helpful tool for us today. It is anchored to the bottom. We're here at the elephant's belly. There were never any elephants out here on Santa Cruz, but there were once distant relatives. Does anyone know what used to lumber around out here? Yeah?
Mammoth?
Pygmy mammoths.
There are no elephants on the Channel Islands, but pygmy mammoths used to live here, found nowhere else in the world. About 20,000 years ago, when the sea level was about 300 feet lower than it is today, and the distance to the mainland was about 6 miles, a small group of 14-foot tall, 20,000-pound Colombian mammoths swam to the island towards smells of abundant vegetation. Over time, they evolved into a new species, pygmy mammoths. They were 4.5 to 7 feet tall and weighed only about 2,000 pounds. The world's first virtually complete pygmy mammoth skeleton was discovered on the Channel Islands in 1994. Right, let's power on. Let's get through this.
Okay.
Right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. Santa Cruz Island has 77 miles of craggy coastline and a lot of sea caves. It is home to one of the largest and deepest such caves in the world, Painted Cave, which is found on the northwest coastline of Santa Cruz. The name comes from the colourful rock types, lichens and algae. Painted Cave is nearly 1/4 mile long and 100 feet wide, with an entrance ceiling of 160 feet high. We didn't see Painted Cave on this trip, but it's a good reason to come back.
How are you doing?
Good.
Under ideal conditions, this stuff can grow a couple feet. It can grow 2 feet in a day. So that means that if it was a perfect day out today, this stuff wasn't even formed when you were parking your car in the harbor, which is pretty insane to think about. But I did say it is edible, so if you want, just go ahead and take a bite. It does taste like salty cabbage, so be warned.
Kelp is a type of seaweed, and of the 27 groups of kelp worldwide, 9 are represented in the park.
Yeah. This time of year right now is like pretty awesome. One other thing that I really like about it is seals. For those of you who were around earlier, I identify strongly with seals because they are beautiful, lazy animals.
They taste not much at all.
It's not as salty as I thought it would be.
The salt's just the water, I can tell.
Yeah, probably, yeah.
Ah, just poured water all down my arm. Ready?
Yep. There you are.
Beautiful. And then come straight towards me. And then straight out that way.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Our goal is to explore, not just visit, every single national park unit in the US. That means trying to find ways to experience each national park the best we can, and at Channel Islands, that means kayaking. This was the first time we've ever kayaked through sea caves, and it was a lot of fun.
Backward.
So this is the last little thing we have for you on the west end. Like I said, Marge. Marge is a giant F. Looks straight, but it's an S, so you'll need to be on your rudder game.
What do you think?
I'll put on the other side.
Yeah. Oh.
Having fun? Yeah, go for it. Great job, guys.
Thank you.
I haven't joined the group. Come on over there.
It's probably a lot more fun if you know what the wave's gonna do.
Yeah, you can surf the wave through.
Yeah. That was fun.
Heading back past Scorpion Anchorage, we paddled a little further east, but still stayed within the Scorpion Marine Reserve. The tide was low, and we were able to see marine life in the tide pools.
If anyone feels brave enough to touch the sea anemone, get a little sting from it. Eek. Anyone want to try? It doesn't hurt, I promise. Skin is too thick, so it's too thick to latch onto our skin and actually. We gave you wasn't fancy enough. This is called a grisha, but it's commonly known as feather boa. So you need to like spice up your look a little. Try that for a kayak. Feather boa, yeah. Feather boa is another type of brown kelp. It has air bladders like the giant brown kelp, but they're just mixed in. They won't feel it.
So you can surf here forever from one to the other side. That's fun. Are you going in?
Yes, nice and slow.
Okay.
Shift your paddle last second. Aim for the right hand side. Paddle hard and shift your paddle last second. Ready, go. Paddle. Right, use your hands to push off the other side. Keep paddling.
I also scratched my hand because as we went through one of the caves, I accidentally touched the walls, so I got a barnacle scratch, but it's okay, it'll heal fast. After the kayaking tour, we got to our campsite, had lunch, kind of set up our campsite, and then kind of relaxed for a while, and then had dinner. In order to make this trip work at these particular dates, we are able to book the boat that comes here on a Tuesday and leaves on Thursday. But then for the camping situation, we actually had to book one campsite for one night and then one campsite for the second night because there was no campsites left open for 2 nights in a row. But that's okay. It's also here very important to leave all the food in the fox boxes because they're very smart here and they can figure out how to get to the food. And ravens here, they can even open the zippers. So it's very important to keep the food in the provided boxes.
So what are we having for dinner tonight?
Tonight's special is pasta, the finest Trader Joe's pasta, with the finest Trader Joe's diced tomatoes, and I don't know if these are fine or not, but some Vienna sausages.
And you found those at Trader Joe's as well?
No, I had to make a special trip to Vons for those.
And the dinner is cooking right here. Matt was impressed by my stove handling abilities and skills.
I always want to hate these stoves because they look so flimsy and ridiculous, but admittedly it is burning and it is pretty windy and it's making my food hot, so I'm not going to complain. Kudos to it.
What do you think?
Tastes like pasta with tomato sauce and sausages.
But it tastes better because we worked for it.
I rode a lot today for this.
Good morning. It's day 2 on Channel Islands. What are you having for breakfast?
This morning I have my oatmeal with some trail mix and some honey, and it's a pretty good breakfast. It's simple, very little washing up, very quick, and it's warm. That's the main thing.
For the hike for today, we are hiking to the Smugglers Cove. It's about 7.5 to 8 mile hike. You kind of go over the ridge and then go down to the beach on the other side of the part of the island.
So right now we're almost on the ridge, and here at the bottom we can see the valley. That's the bathrooms before a campground, that's the campground, and that's the other end of the bathrooms. Here at the other side of the ocean, we can see the Santa Monica Mountains, where we were just a few days ago.
Although the Channel Islands weren't known about by modern explorers until 1542, when Juan Rodriguez Cabrillo sailed through, he found the islands inhabited by 2,000 to 3,000 Chumash people in 21 villages across the 3 northern islands, Santa Cruz, Santa Rosa, and San Miguel. Radiocarbon dating of fire areas, burned bones, and fire pits shows human habitation dating back as far as 37,000 years ago. Rolling the clock forward to the 20th century, and 2 of the islands, Santa Barbara and Anacapa, were designated as a national monument in 1938. On March 5, 1980, the Channel Islands National Park was formed by combining the existing national monument with 3 more islands, San Miguel, Santa Rosa, and Santa Cruz. The area is further protected by the Channel Islands National Marine Sanctuary, an area which extends out 6 miles around the islands. And as if that wasn't enough, the entire Channel Islands National Park, plus the remaining 3 Channel Islands, were designated as a UNESCO Biosphere Reserve, just like Organ Pipe Cactus National Monument in 1976.
These flowers are taller than me. So we are about 3/4 through our hike. We just came from the Smugglers Cove, and now we're gonna head back to the campground via the Scorpion Canyon loop. So as we descend into the Scorpion Canyon, the vegetation is getting thicker and closer to the trail. So we're just hoping we are not finding any poisonous plants here.
There is one poisonous plant on this island. I overheard the ranger saying this morning. What I didn't hear is what that plant was, what it looks like, or what it does to you. So I'm just hoping it's not this stuff that's rubbing against my leg now. fingers crossed.
It's quite a beautiful view though. Okay, so we have a debate. Is this poison oak or not? Because it's so close to the trail.
Or is it poisonous or not?
Yeah, is it poisonous or not? And is it poison oak or not? My vote is not, but it could be an island variety.
Keep watching to find out the answer, when in 5 days we'll see if my legs are bright red and puffy.
We're almost back at camp, but this is the group camping site at the Upper Scorpion. We have arrived back at the campground and now we are setting ourselves up at site 2. The tent is set up and now we're about to make dinner and then we'll hopefully do an evening sunset hike.
The island fox nearly became extinct in the 1990s, but the population has rebounded thanks to conservation efforts. In fact, there are 6 species of island fox in the Channel Islands, each unique to the island it lives on, but 2 islands have no foxes. And as always, in all national parks, feeding the animals is not allowed. Island foxes and ravens on Santa Cruz Island are capable of opening zippers, so do not leave any food, trash or scented items unattended.
So what do we have for dinner tonight?
Tonight we are having boiling bag rice with canned vegetables and some tuna.
Looks pretty good. How does it taste?
Actually pretty good.
How does it taste after 8 miles of hiking?
Amazingly good. Keep filming, so then I can keep eating.
No. So we have just finished eating dinner and cleared up everything, and now we're gonna go on a short hike up to Vista Point to watch the sunset. It's day 3 on Channel Islands. We had leisurely morning and had breakfast and read a book for a little while, and now we're all packed up and we'll go hang out by the beach until the boat comes. This is cool. So we landed here at Scorpion Anchorage. We camped over here. On the second day we did the hike over here to Scorpion Cove and back. We went back this way through the canyon back to the campsite, and then for sunset we did the Cavern Point hike and saw a beautiful sunset. We're back on the mainland. The boat landed at 4:30. The visitor center on the mainland closes at 5. So it's about a 6-minute walk from the boat. So I'll see if I can catch it and get another stamp in the stamp book. So Ancapa Island also has an inspiration point, but this one we were not able to hike because we were on Santa Cruz Island. Oh well, maybe next time. We are back at Emmawood State Beach after visiting the Channel of Islands. We're back in our trailer and now we are getting ready to set off to our next adventure, which is the start of the Route 66. We have seen all the national park units around the start of Route 66, like the Channel Islands, Santa Monica Mountains National Park and Cabrillo National Monument in San Diego, and now we're ready to go. So in the next episode, join us on Santa Monica Pier, the start of Route 66. Thanks for watching and see you next time.
Oh, and you'll be pleased to know, we didn't encounter any poisonous plants while hiking on the trail with the thick vegetation.